Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Kalyan and I am the faculty of Mathematics and Aptitude, and I have been doing this profession from last 7 years in different schools of Andhra Pradesh and different coaching centers. So my aim behind this starting this channel is only one thing. I want to spread the awareness of geometric concepts under 10th level, because plane geometry is such a wonderful and beautiful topic. If you learn this properly in your advanced studies like +2 or in your JEE Mains preparation, if you go for doing coordinate geometry part like straight lines, pair of straight lines, circles, in these all, if you go for doing higher end applications, then you need the help of basic geometric concepts, and you need so many deeper applications of plane geometry which we need to overlap there in coordinate geometry. Not only in coordinate geometry, if you want to do vector algebra or if you want to do trigonometry, in trigonometry especially properties of triangles will be there. In that you have to use the application of geometry. Anyways, see, that is the analysis of me. So I want to help all the students who have lack of the knowledge of geometry part. I want to clear out them with my total videos. Okay, I want to upload the different number of the videos for all the geometric concepts without leaving even a single concept. Okay, so that's my aim. Anyways, it's clear. So students, before entering into this new video, don't forget to subscribe the channel for getting my channel updates. Okay, so anyways, so what is today's topic? In last video we have discussed about the basics of lines, line segments and all. Now in this video what we are going to discuss about? Okay, in this video our topic is about discussion of angles. So students, what is meant by angle? Do we have any definition for angle? No. According to Euclidean geometry, in your 9th standard of CBSE or ICSE, you have Euclidean geometry, Euclidean geometric theory part. In that theory part, you have given some defined terms and undefined terms. Okay, defined and undefined terms. Here, according to Euclidean geometry, angle is undefined term. There is no certain definition for the angle. We can measure the angle, but there is no definition at all. Okay, so just see here. What is meant by angle? Just simply the two rays are given. See here, these are the two rays. Okay, which are having common initial point. As I said you in my previous video, there is initial point for a ray. This is initial point, and this is extending portion of the ray. So this is called initial point. So here initial point is common for two rays, and we call further we call this as a point of intersection also. Understand? At this point, okay, some measurement form is called. See, I will show you with another color so that you can identify. So if this is a measurement, this is called angle, and we don't have any certain definition for the angle. Clear for you people? Okay, so there is no definition at all. But let us come to know about the terminology of the angles. What is the terminology? See, simply what the color I have drawn, red color part, this is called angle. What do we call this? Angle. Okay, and then after each ray, okay, each ray which is forming the angle is called arm. Okay, is called arm. See this, as you are moving forward into the deeper geometry, these arms are otherwise known as sides when it becomes line segments, but that is not our present discussion. Let us go. So now this common initial point which we said, no, this common initial point is called vertex. This is called vertex. This is what about the basic terminology of angle. Those who want to do the problems or who want to study about the angles, they need to know about these basic terms first as initial part. Got it? Now let us come to know that how to represent an angle, means how to name the angle. See this. Say for example, how to name an angle, I'll show you. See here. Here the naming of the angle. Say for example here we formed an angle at a point O, which is common initial point or vertex, and here let us choose some one point on the ray, and this is some another point we have considered. Okay, now angle is formed here. Now how to name it or how to represent this? See this. Here we can represent this angle with single letter representation. Always angle will be represented with this symbol. Okay, and here now at which point it is forming the angle? At O only now. So here this can be represented as angle O. We call this, we pronounce this as angle O. Okay, or else you can represent this with three letter representation also. What is three letter representation? See here, this is A or not, this is O, this is B. We can otherwise call it as angle AOB, and we can also call it as angle BOA. See this, students, we have to notice only one thing, that whatever order you want to consider, you can do it. But only one thing is important, that here center letter should be the vertex. Okay, center letter should be the vertex. That is that care you should take. Okay, it's a notice point. Okay, whether you want to represent with the angle with single letter, or else you want to represent with three letters, it's up to you. And depending on situation also, we have to use three letter representation or single letter representation. Since it is a single angle formed here, we are representing with O. Okay, this you understood. Okay, now I want to show you why we are using three letter representation. Simple thing. Here only single angle is formed. Now if suppose at same vertex, see this is a common end point, this common initial point O. Now these are three rays, okay, having same common initial point. Okay, now here two angles are formed. Now tell me, what is the name of this angle? If I ask you to write this angle in a single letter representation, then how do you write? Here you write angle O. And if I ask you to write down this angle also with single letter representation, here also you will write angle O. Then what is the difference? How to differentiate between them? There is no way now. So in such a cases, when angles are formed, adjacent angles are formed at the common vertex, then the single letter representation will makes you confused. That how to differentiate one angle to another angle when both are called as angle O. So at that time, if you represent this with three letters representation, then it will be very clear for you that which angle is representing that. Say for example here, if you want to represent this with a three letter representation, here you can write like POQ. This is angle POQ. Got it? Or else you can write angle QOP. And if and all you want to represent this angle, how to represent it? Tell me. Here QOR. So that means here QOR. Or else you can write ROQ. Now tell me, either of these are not matching now here. They are differentiated. Okay, now you can identify which angle is located at which point. So for that clarity, when at common vertex the angles are formed, if you want to differentiate them, you have to represent them with the three letter representation. Got it? So now this is what about the basic of angles, that how to represent them with how many letters. It depends on you. If it is a single angle, whether you can represent like this or you can represent that like this, it is up to you. You are independent of that. You can do anyways. Okay. Now, see here. Now, after doing the representation of angle, so this is about the basic of angle which I explained to you till now. Now I am going to explain you types of angles. Okay, types of angles. This is a topic of 9th standard CBSE or ICSE or IGCE, whatever. Okay, now how many types of angles are there? See, I am telling you, I will tell you one easier method to differentiate the types of angles. See, simple thing. Types of angles can be done in two ways. One is depending on their measurements. and another one based on their combinations. Okay, so in how many ways can we divide the types of angles, classify the types of angles? In two different ways. One is depending on their measurements we can classify, and another one is depending on their combinations we can classify the angles. So which is first? Measurements. Depending on their measurements, how many types of angles are there? Let us come to know. And then after we go for this. Okay, in this video we give the details of this theoretical part of angles, right? Okay, now let us do this. Now measurements. Depending on measurements, how many types of angles are there? See, lot of you might be known to this, but as a teacher, it's my responsibility that I have to make you know all them. Okay, in this video, I want only basics. I want to teach only basics. See here, depending on measurements in the sense, see, for making an angle, how many rays are required? 2 rays or not? Now, 2 rays are coinciding each other. That means here 2 rays are there. So there is no angle made. So how much is the measurement of that? 0 itself or not? So here, what is angle made? When 2 rays are one upon each other. This is 2 rays are coincided each other, overlapped. At that time, measure of angle is 0. So this angle is called 0 angle. Okay, 0 angle. Of course, it is not a special case. And everyone can say that when angle measurement is 0, we can say that angle is 0 angle. Okay, but even terminology also there, that is 0 angle. Okay, now coming to this. I think you might have known that from your 6th or 4th standard, when angle is exactly 90 degrees, then it is called right angle or not. So when some angle is made, see, one here is one ray, and I'm showing you here another way, which is making an angle, which is making an angle greater than 0. Say suppose here x is the angle. Now this x is lying between. This is more than 0. That means it is more than 0. And this is less than 90 or not? This is 90. So anyways, this is less than 90 now. So here this is less than 90. So angle between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. Understood or not? Means less than right angle and more than 0 angle is called what? Acute angle. What do we call this? Acute angle. Got it? Now, third thing. Now you are very familiar with this. What is that? Here this is exactly 90. Means here if you call this x, here x is exactly equal to 90 degrees. Which is almost perpendicular to one another. So here this angle is called right angle, as you know all. This is right angle. Got it? And then after, it may, see, the angle may exceed the right angle, no? The angle may exceed right angle. So with the angle which is more than right angle means it is exceeded like this in this rotation. Understood? So it exceeds 90 degrees and it is less than 180 degrees. Is that right or not? So angle here x is there. This x is more than 90 but less than 180 also. Such a type of angle is called obtuse angle. This is called what? Obtuse angle. Now coming to this, the angle for which the measurement is exactly equal to 180. So here x is exactly equal to what? 180 degrees. Now this type of angle is called straight angle. Why? Because this is a forming straight line or no? So here 2 rays are not considered as 2 different rays. They are forming the same straight line. No? So this is called straight angle. Straight angle. Got it? Now, when this angle is exceeded straight angle also, means it is more than 180 and less than. See, suppose this is x. This x is now more than 180 but less than 360. More than 180 and less than 360. Okay. More than 180 and less than 360. Then it is called 360 is called reflex angle. Okay. Now, finally, I am writing here. Whenever the one ray is completed a revolution and again came back to its position, original position. That means here complete cycle is, it rotated about a total angle that is 360 degrees, and this 360 degrees angle is called complete angle. Got it or not? So these are the types of angles based on the measurements. Okay, types of angles based on measurements. What are the types of angles? Once again, we have a recap on this. Just see here, when the angle is 0, then it is called 0 angle. And when the angle is between 0 to 90 degrees, then it is called acute angle. And when an angle is exactly equal to 90 degrees, then it is called right angle. And when angle is exceeded by 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees, okay, then it is called obtuse angle. And whenever the angle is equal to exactly 180 degrees, then it is called straight angle. When it exceeded, okay, straight angle also means more than 180 degrees, less than 360 degrees, it is called reflex angle. And finally, when it completed a cycle, okay, then it is called, what do we call that? It's a complete angle, which is equal to exactly 360 degrees. Means lot of you students might have known this, but still, being a teacher, it's my responsibility to give the awareness for those students who may don't know. Okay, so this see after doing this, so these are the types of angles based on measurements. Got it? Types of angles based on measurements, and then see now next one. Types of angles based on their combinations. I said you before. Types of angles based on their combinations. What is meant by combination? Tell me. Combination means we need two or more than two angles or not. It's a very common thing that we need to have more than two angles or two angles for combining them. So here it is combination means we need to compare two or more than two angles. Then we get some types of angles over here, which we are going to get right now. Just see. Here see, for example, this is some angle which is 60 degrees. Okay. Now here this is another angle which is equal to 30 degrees. Now tell me student, what about the sum of these two? 30 degrees plus 60 degrees. Means this and this would be equal to how much? 90. That means what? Sum of any two angles is equal to 90 degrees or a right angle. If sum of any two angles is right angle or 90 degrees, then those two angles are known to be, okay, complementary angles. What do we call them? Complementary angles. Okay, complementary angles. Got it? Next. Okay, next. See, this is one type of angles. And next, if you want to take some in different way, this is, say this is 140 degrees. And this is some another angle which is 40 degrees. Okay, 140 degrees and 40 degrees. Make the sum of this. How much you get? 140 degrees plus 40 degrees, which will be equal to what? 180 degrees. Then sum of the two angles is a straight angle or not? Sum of these two angles is a straight angle, or sum of these two angles is 180 degrees. Then such a type of angle pair is called supplementary angles. Okay, supplementary angles. Got it? So this is about complementary angles and supplementary angles. What does it mean? When two angles sum is 90, then it is that pair is complementary. And when sum of the two angles is 180 degrees, then that pair is called supplementary. Okay, this is complementary and this is supplementary. And another type of angles. Well, let us see. there is no space, so I'm rubbing this. Okay, so see here. Okay, so now the next type of angles is what? Okay, let me draw some angle on this board. Okay. So this is here. How many rays are there? Three rays are formed with a common initial point or common vertex. Okay. Now this is a common ray for both of the angles. Let the angles be x and y. Now let us discuss about what is the positioning of these angles. What is the positioning of these two angles? These two angles are formed on either side. Means alternative sides, this side and this side. Okay, both sides of a common arm with a common vertex. Okay, with another two rays. This type of angle pair is called, here angle x and angle y together is called adjacent angles. What do we call that? Adjacent angles. Got it or not? See, what is the condition here? What if a pair of angle is formed on the both side of a common ray or common arm, with another two rays at a common vertex, is called what? It's a simply adjacent angles. Okay, and I want to make you know that there is a notice. What it is here? We can call this as adjacent angles, but say suppose we have given, I said both sides of a ray, I said no. So see this, here this is also a common ray, and here also this is A and this is B angle. Can we call this pair as adjacent angles? Not certainly. Why? Because even though these two angles are formed on both sides of a common ray, but they are not formed at common vertex. See this vertex is here and this vertex is here. So here two conditions should be obeyed. Understood? When two conditions are okay, then we can say that those are adjacent angles. What are those two conditions? The angle should be formed on the both sides of a common ray, and that at common vertex they should be formed. This is not a common vertex, so we shouldn't call this pair as adjacent pair of angles. Understood? So in your school textbooks you will be given a little bit small exercise to identify which are the adjacent pairs and which are not the adjacent pairs. Got it? So this is about what? Adjacent angles. Now I think you understood what are adjacent angles. Now say for example I am telling you this is a ray. It's a ray. And this is a ray which is exactly opposite directed. Okay, exactly directed oppositely to that. Now at this point we draw another ray. And then listen, before plotting this ray, what may be the angle between them? What may be the angle between two oppositely directed rays? Is it 180 or not? Getting my point or not? Is it 180? Exactly. Why? Because since these two are oppositely directed rays, they will represent the same straight line. So at that time, at any point on a straight line, the angle would be 180 degrees. Got it? Now we have splitted this 180 degrees with the help of another ray. Got it? Now let us suppose this is angle A and the angle B. Now tell me, is these two angles are adjacent or not? Exactly. Why? Because these two angles are formed on the either side of one ray, common ray, and at a common vertex only they are formed. So those are adjacent. Now only I said that this total angle is 180 degrees. That means these two, sum of the angles would be 180 degrees. Sum of these two angles would be how much? 180 degrees. So these are supplementary also. That means in this angle pairs, what the properties we have observed, Those properties are, these are adjacent as well as supplementary also. Okay, so such a type of angle pair is called linear pair of angles. Linear pair of angles. So students, I think you might have got this all. Okay, you might have understood what I said. So what are the properties I said now? What the types of angles I said now? See, here the angles are about A and B. These two are adjacent and these two are supplementary also, because they are breaking. They are dividing the straight angle. So obviously on adding them we get 180. Got it? Because it's a straight angle and it was broken by this ray. So obviously sum of these two angles would be 180 degrees. Okay, so that means here these two are supplementary and adjacent also. So therefore this pair of angles are called linear pair. Such a pair is called linear pair of angles. Got it? So before going to end this video, I just want to summarize what the things we have learned in this class. We have learned that what is meant by angle and how to represent that, with how to name the angle, and then after how many types of angles are there, and so types of angles can be classified in how many ways? Based on measurements, the types of angles like acute, obtuse and right angle, like such. And then after based on combinations also some types of angles are formed. And what are those angles now? Tell me. Just before second I said you that. Here just see what are those two angles. Complementary angles. Next one is supplementary angles, and next one would be adjacent angles, and the next one would be linear pair. So in these all types of angles are formed due to the combining two or more than two angles. So therefore I said I classified this type of angles are based upon what? Combination of two or more than two angles. Got it or not? So this is about the types of angles. This complementary means what? Sum of the two angles is 90, then those are complementary. Sum of them is 180, then it is called supplementary pair. And then after adjacent pair means at common vertex to common vertex they form the pair of angles at common vertex with both sides of a common arm. And then after linear pair as I said, adjacent as well as supplementary, those pair is called linear pair of angles. So this is about all types of angles discussed in this video. So now I want to tell you about see here, these are complementary and supplementary angles. Now in our next video I am going to explain to you the exercise based upon this complementary and supplementary angles, which is important and initial exercise given on about this in CBSE syllabus or ICSE. Got it or not? So in our next video we discuss that. So hope you guys would have liked this video, and if you like this video, see please if you really like this video, then subscribe it and share it among your friends so that this content will reach to so many people. And then after share it and like it. And then thanks.